Hello, I'm doing a movie review, and the movie I want to review is Mallrats. Now, Mallrats was released in 1995, and this, of course, is Kevin Smith's second movie. This was released a year after Clerks, and it's the second film of Kevin Smith's Jay and Silent Bob series, because it's the second movie to feature the characters of Jay and Silent Bob. Now, the movie is supposed to be set a day before the events of Clerks, and it follows these two friends named Brody and T.S. who have recently been dumped by their girlfriends, and what happens is that after they get dumped by their girlfriends, they go to the shopping mall, and the whole movie's set at the shopping mall, and the main plot line of the movie is them trying to get their girlfriends back, and basically Brody's girlfriend, she starts going for this really asshole guy who works at one of the stores in the mall, and the asshole guy's played by Ben Affleck in the movie, who Ben Affleck has gone on to be in a lot of Kevin Smith's movies after this, and Jason Lee, who plays Brody, he also has appeared in pretty much every Kevin Smith movie following this, except Red State. Now, and of course, Jay and Silent Bob are in the movie. Basically, T.S.'s girlfriend, her father is making her go on this dating show, which he runs, which is being held at the mall, and Brody and T.S. approach Jay and Silent Bob to help them sabotage the dating show. Now, Mallrats, I think, is a very funny movie, but it's definitely a very different movie than Clerks was. It's definitely not as good as Clerks, but even though it's a semi-sequel to Clerks, the humor in the movie, to me, seems very different than Clerks did. And it definitely has a very different feel than Clerks did, but then again, I think that was kind of the intention, because I don't think Kevin Smith wanted to make the exact movie as Clerks. Even though it is like a semi-sequel to Clerks, it is also very much a different movie than Clerks was. But, yeah, Mallrats is an awesome movie. Now, one thing I thought was kind of interesting about this is the characters of Brody and T.S. T.S.'s last name is Quint, and basically Kevin Smith named them after two characters from Jaws, of course, Chief Brody and then Captain Quint from Jaws, because originally there was going to be a scene in this movie that was going to be like a spoof on a particular scene from Jaws, but for some reason Kevin Smith didn't put that scene in this movie, but he uses a scene very similar to what he was going to do in this in Chasing Amy. But yeah, there's really not much else I can say about Mallrats, except it's a great movie. Definitely not as good as Clerks, but definitely a movie I recommend if you're a Kevin Smith fan, and bye.